Hi guys, welcome to another video. Aaron Niemeyer here from Epro 360. In today's video, I hope to explain why studying in Louisiana might be a great decision for many of you. And I understand Louisiana might go unnoticed or fall under the radar for many of you because the southern states might not have that reputation for quality. But in this video, I hope to explain that that's not the case. And for the last decade or so, Louisiana has been growing significantly, both economically and in their educational system. So you should start considering Louisiana as a state for your possible education in the United States. So walk with me, let's go down this road of knowledge and let's find out what makes Louisiana that special, that unique for your consideration. Here we go. And before we get into the educational side of things, let's take a walk down some facts about the state. Let's take a look at where the economic power, for example, comes from. And in many regards, you might compare it similarly to Texas. Although Texas is a much bigger state and it has maybe more renowned and reputation for many of the things we're going to be talking about, it's actually very comparable to the state of Louisiana. For example, in the oil refinement industry, Texas and Louisiana are ranked number 1 and number 2 respectively for their production and their refineries in the state boundaries. Not only that, but actually Louisiana outplays Texas when it comes to the pipeline industry. For example, all of the natural gas and that refined oil will most likely go through Louisiana and then to other states, and it is considered the heart of the pipeline system in the United States. Not only that, but 5 of the 15 biggest US ports are located in the state of Louisiana, and that just goes to show the prominence, the importance of the oil industry and the gas industry and the chemical refinery industry in the state of Louisiana. On top of that fact, factor in that the price of natural gas worldwide is deliberated and it is basically stated every day in a city called Epro in Louisiana. Just going to show the volume of the natural gas and oil industry in the state of Louisiana comparable to that of Texas. Again, Texas gets that reputation, Louisiana might not get as much of the reputation, but when it comes to the numbers, it's a big player and it has a lot of financial power. So much so that since 2008, Louisiana has been ranked number 1 and number 2 throughout those years, changing in first and second place as the state with the highest volume of foreign investment amounts. Just think about that. It's outplaying year after year bigger states such as California, New York, Texas, Colorado when it comes to foreign investment, going to show the prominence, the importance, and the leverage that this state has over many other aspects of the economy. So that all trickles down into Louisiana's economy, which has been growing steadily. Their GDP has been on an upward trend since roughly 2012, consistently growing. Even through the pandemic, it's maintained a high GDP, and it is growing when it comes to the GDP on a state's level. It's ranked 26th right now, and again, it probably will pass number 25 or number 24 by the end of this year. Just going to show that this economy is at a very stable and upward trend, giving you a lot of possible opportunities when you reach the job market after your graduate or undergraduate studies. On a social side of things, we also cannot deny the heavy influence the French and the Spanish had on this state. Just look at the names of the cities. Even some of the language and the accents that you're going to find in Louisiana are going to be definitely unique, and you can't really compare it to other states because that influence is very, very unique. New Orleans, for example, can't really be compared to any other US city. It's very, very special. The music industry is very strong. The cuisine that you find in Louisiana in particular is very unique to any other, even neighboring states. It's just not the same. So you will have that social and cultural difference. And if you're interested in that and you want to maybe stay on a more European-sided city, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, or any other bigger cities in Louisiana might kind of tick that box for you if you don't want a fully American city or city vibe. That French influence is, again, very strong and very prominent in the city of New Orleans or Baton Rouge. On top of that, language is also modified. You'll find a lot of expressions coming from the French, coming from African languages, coming from the Spanish as well. It is the only state that divides the state among parishes opposed to counties, which you will find in all other 49 states. Louisiana is the only one in all of the US that divides its counties, its land, in parishes, just going to show that cultural heritage. Now, on a more educational side of things, you will have great universities that offer a wide variety of programs and are well known for their programs across the board. And depending on where you go, you might want to specialize in one thing or the other. For example, LSU, Louisiana State University, located in Baton Rouge, is very well known for their School of Medicine. Their medical programs are outstanding. Just like with Texas, all of that money coming from the oil industry is then invested into different sectors. One of the most prominent sectors this money is getting an influx from is the medical services. Across the board, the medical services has seen a steady growth, 3.5% growth just from last year to this year, for example, going to show the prominence of this sector in the state of Louisiana. Now, that sector needs professionals in this industry, and that's why the School of Medicine in the state of Louisiana has consistently been ranked one of the top in the nation. In fact, their graduating numbers and the passing rate of the School of Medicine board exam have always been above the national average, just going to show how well prepared these students are for the job market, but also for furthering their education. And again, LSU is a great example of a university meeting the needs of the industry to fill on those jobs, those positions, and giving a very high standard of education. If you just maybe step outside of the medical industry and going into engineering or more technological programs, you will find a good list of universities that will offer those programs. LSU is definitely one of them. Tulane University, Louisiana Tech University, you have very good technical programs across the board in the state of Louisiana, because again, they need to feed those jobs, those professionals that you will find in the state of Louisiana. So again, across the board, you're going to have great programs in New Orleans, for example. Any cultural program or music programs are very well renowned as well. And you're going to have a great choosing platform. And every city is going to offer you something different, something unique opposed to the other one. So again, take a look at all the different cities and the universities located in Louisiana, because they're all going to be giving something of high quality, but also something very unique and special to that area, to the industry surrounding you. On top of that, and obviously as a second part of this, is that the jobs, the employment rate, for example, the employment percentage upon graduation in Louisiana is extremely high, and the wages have also been growing on a consistent basis. So right now you're roughly at the national average when it comes to household income, but it's also on an upward trend, and hopefully by the time you graduate, you can maybe benefit from a higher than average salary compared to the rest of the United States. Now, geographically speaking, we also have to mention that it is a warmer state. You're going to have very mild winters. So that's obviously something that I view as a plus. You're not going to have harsh winters like maybe in Minnesota or northern states, but you do have maybe the side effects of warm weather, which are a heavy presence of mosquitoes. The wildlife in Louisiana is also very unique. You're also going to see alligators on a constant basis just crawling around, specifically on the lower southern side. That's where more lowlands and marshes are located, and that's where you will find this exotic wildlife. The farther north you go, the higher the ground becomes, and you get more prairies and forested areas with a big presence of water as well, with different lakes and river systems across the state of Louisiana. So fishing is very big, hunting is also very big in the state of Louisiana, and overall the outdoors, you can do pretty much anything you want in the outdoors across the year. You can also expect very heavy rain drops, rain showers, sporadically, doesn't matter. In one single day you might have rain, sun, and clouds all mixed together. So also you have to be prepared for that, and the presence of mosquitoes. Warm and water don't mix very well when it comes to mosquitoes, so you have a very large population of mosquitoes that are big, they're pesky, and you should buy a very good mosquito repellent if you decide to study in the state of Louisiana. Now, the good thing of warmer states in general is the social, laid-back atmosphere that you're going to find. And that's exactly what Louisiana is very well known for. They have that charismatic persona. They love Louisiana. They're big advocates of Louisiana, but they're also very welcoming. You're not going to find anybody that's going to refuse to answer your questions, or if you have curiosity about the state, they're going to be very friendly and open to tell you more about it, give you recommendations. But you can expect maybe that fast-paced life that you're going to find in northern states, like maybe in Boston, for example. It's very laid back, it's very relaxed, and you can expect to see maybe longer waiting areas or timing around the meal service or bureaucracy, for example. It does take its time. It is a lower southern state, so they take everything with a little bit of a chill pill, and they take their time to do things. But overall, you're going to have a very welcoming atmosphere, also very religious, but very welcoming atmosphere for foreigners, for international students, for example, and they're going to be embraced from the get-go. So as you can see, Louisiana brings a lot more to the table than a simple city like New Orleans, or the beach is in the southern section, or Baton Rouge as a big college campus. It brings a lot more of social differences, cultural heritage, an influence of different languages and cuisine that help mold this state into something very special, very unique, and again, that is an upward trend, and it's going very well when it comes to the economy. So hopefully you're going to consider Louisiana and look into the universities and their offerings when it comes to the program to consider this state as a possible destination for your international studies. Now, if you've liked this video and you want to learn more about not only Louisiana, but studying in the US as an international student, and you want to know more about how Epro can help you, then please follow the link in the section below in the description. It will take you to a questionnaire that you can fill out, and Epro 360 will have a free consultation with you to just have a debate and have a discussion about what it is you want, how you want to go to the US, and how can Epro 360 help you achieve this dream of yours. Last but not least, if you've liked this comment in this content and you want to have more information about the US, then don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel to get notified of any future content we create and videos that you can enjoy. In the meantime, thank you very much.